Hi, I'm Martin, a project engineer at Deutsche Bahn, and we're here at Ludwigslust station on Route 6100. We're rebuilding 278 kilometers between Hamburg and Berlin. Since there's plenty to see, I've invited my friend Aaron.
Martin! I'm excited to finally see what Deutsche Bahn has to offer, and I'm wearing a helmet.
That's important.
Who's the best intern? Hey, Aaron!
My dear, what awaits me here today?
You can see what the track builders are doing. Civil engineers and electricians are on the site.
How's Deutsche Bahn? Are you well-staffed or need more people?
We need everyone, definitely.
I came here because I'm looking for a job, but I read something about gaming, that's why the job. Which one is that?
I knew you were here for the DB Esports Scholarship.
That's why I'm here.
Yeah, I knew that.
What kind of excavator or machine is that?
Those are two large drilling rigs. We're basically building 62 17-meter deep holes. Reinforcement cages go in there, then concrete goes in, and then the bridge goes over it. We're now at the new EU in Ludwigslust, which we're building.
I know. I only know Ludwigslust from when I traveled from Berlin to Hamburg. Intercity Express and you always speed right through.
Exactly. And then later you drive right over this bridge.
Ah, the one you're building now?
Exactly, the one we're building here now.
And that's why nothing is running over it right now, because it's being built?
Correct. The entire route is closed, with no trains running except logistics. We'll inform the site manager. Frederick, do you have a moment?
Hey,
What's the difference between your two jobs?
Frederick is in charge here on site as the construction manager, making sure, together with his foreman, that the construction stays on schedule.
That means you are in the container for how many weeks or months?
for the entire construction period?
How long is the construction period?
Until the end of April.
So just like Big Brother, just put a camera in and it's awesome.
We could think about it, yeah.
What is that?
This is a so-called drilling rig. We drill down to 17.5 meters deep, and then we fill these so-called drilled piles with concrete again.
That means when the hole is there, what goes in next?
When the hole is there, first the reinforcement cage goes in.
Is that a rebar cage?
Exactly, those are reinforcement cages.
Ah, okay.
And then we'll concrete it again.
And then the metal holds the concrete together and then it's rock solid.
Exactly, that's what the new bridge will rest on.
Where's the old bridge? I thought you were building one to cross here.
No, this is a bridge for a total of 3 tracks and a switch. Also, the line between Hamburg and Berlin, you can already see parts of the old bridge, which we've begun demolishing.
Okay. Now I see it. There's a little stream running underneath.
Exactly.
So it was basically, we've got a problem, there's a river below, and we need to relay the tracks. So the little ducks can keep swimming through. Pipes were put in and then...
Exactly. And then we filled it up, and now we can drive around it with the drilling machines, the wheel loaders, and the concrete mixers.
I just came from the United States of America. They would have just filled it with sand and driven over it.
That could be, yes.
Not here, though. We want to help the ducklings.
We wanted to go to the Pedestrian Underpass, the old Pedestrian Underpass. And now we're going to take a look at it.
In the past, people used to go in here if they wanted to cross under the tracks and back up, and then they were at the platform?
That's right. Either to the individual platforms, the central platform, or the main platform on the other side.
And that's being rebuilt?
This is being completely rebuilt, so it will be torn down, not renovated.
But why? I put a bathroom in there, split it into 28 square meters in Berlin, and charged 700 with utilities.
You could do that, but we're not doing that here. A few years ago, we began building a new railway overpass with a pedestrian underpass on the other side. Cars will be able to drive there in the future.
No!
Yes, because it might get a little tight here.
With the curve, I have to tell you, well, it's actually pretty clever, and it doesn't even smell like urine, like you usually expect.
No, that's true, but maybe it's just because all the windows are already out here. Exactly.
But why is this being redone now?
Yes, because here in the pedestrian underpass, we simply couldn't manage to make the platforms accessible without barriers.
And you are already doing it all anyway. Then you do everything properly.
Right. They're tearing it down. Elevators to the platforms will be included both here and at the new road underpass.
Here's my main question. There's a lot to do. When it's done, how long will it last? How long can you say Ludwigslust? Done.
No major projects, 5 years without construction. Of course, if a switch fails somewhere or simple maintenance measures are absolutely necessary, then they have to be carried out. But we usually do that at night.
What about the underpass? How long will the new one last?
A very long time.
Will you have to work on it again, or are you already done underground here?
I won't have to deal with this railway overpass again.
I love when something is renewed. That means my grandson will handle it.
Exactly.
Trains truly thundered to cross here.
Trains used to go over our heads here at 160 kilometers per hour.
That's wild. I could never do that. I just worry and hope it goes well, especially standing here like this. Yeah, and when I see all this, everything's being dug up. How often does it happen that someone says, "Hey boss, there's something here that looks like a bomb"?
That's right. We try to make sure it doesn't even come to that in the first place. The whole pedestrian underpass, including both sidewalls and the wall, remains visible here. They were excavated to a depth of 1.9 meters with a protected excavator and checked for explosive traps. Checked for bombs from World War I. In the back, at the railway overpass, we also used borehole radar and borehole probing beforehand, searching for old, unexploded ordnance. And of course, we always try to do that before the construction, the actual demolition, or before the actual construction process starts. We try to survey everything in advance so that you can safely intervene in the ground there.
It's incredible how much has to be done beforehand. First of all, so that the ducklings can keep swimming, and the fish too.
That's right.
And then they check because someone flew over here. The aerial bomb didn't explode.
That's right.
I just think it's so cool. The little boy comes out walking across a construction site. Train station, that's kind of a childhood dream too.
Absolutely, yes.
I stand in the middle, not touching anything so nothing breaks. It's awesome.
It's just like a huge sandbox where you should be a little careful. Here's the new pedestrian underpass. Now we need to find the best entrance.
No, and is that where cars drive through back there?
Right there and through there. So it's a very monumental structure. You can take a look down.
Am I allowed to stand up here?
Yes, you are allowed to stand up there.
Look, the guide strip is already built.
That's right, the wayfinding system is finished.
They have to be kept clear.
Please keep the guidance strips clear. Thank you.
Is it 2 lanes here?
It's 2 lanes here later, yes.
Well, I have to say, I think she's much more stylish. The underpass, and it makes sense. Cars can drive through, moms can walk through, but also bike path. Now the question is, why was it rebuilt anyway? Because it was already there on the other side.
That's right, it was there. But the building couldn't be renovated due to its condition. And besides, it wouldn't have been possible to install elevators there or to provide proper, that is, barrier-free access to the platforms. And that's why a new pedestrian underpass was built here, which is also used by vehicles. And so it can be used as a new city connection, or rather, a new inner-city connection.
There are people everywhere. Lots of hustle and bustle. Some are digging, and the 2-way excavator is really impressive.
I can understand that.
How many people are running around here? How many people are working here?
Aaron, I actually can't tell you that off the top of my head, but I have my expert Julia here.
Oh, what a coincidence.
Hi, Julia.
How many people are working on a construction site like that?
A whole lot. So we have planners who work behind the scenes. We have the track builders on site, the electricians on site, we have site managers, and then the whole project team in the background who take care of the permits. So we have over 100 people just on the construction site.
In the end, 100 people. So that means when there's an inauguration here, you'll have to buy 100 small bottles of Prosecco so everyone can make a toast.
Well, at least 2.
YouTube isn't working now. What jobs can I do here? What jobs would Deutsche Bahn have for me if I want to change careers or if YouTube doesn't work out anymore?
So look, back there, you can see the track workers.
With the 2-way excavator?
Correct. You have the track workers, you can become an electrician, or you can also do a dual study program with us.
Dual study program. I need to think. I did an apprenticeship. Simple. I trained as a track worker, electrician, then vocational school. Life is beautiful.
Exactly.
Okay, so a dual study program is, as I learned, studying and doing an apprenticeship at the same time?
Right, or you do it without an apprenticeship and just practice integrated. So for example, I also did a dual study program.
A study program while working?
That's right, I even got paid for it, yes.
Not bad. Very good.
Always, I can only recommend it.
I have. Back then at the gas station, I got 250 euros as training pay. Were you paid better or worse?
You know, I was lucky I was paid better.
Very good, I'm happy to hear that. You study and practice at the same time. So when you finish, you can say, hey guys, I've already done this and can jump right in.
Something like that. So here at the location in Schwerin, I was there for 3 months. Then I spent 3 months at the university in Berlin, had a lot of theory, came back and knew, oh, cool, I've seen this before, I already know this. But you can also combine it with a vocational training program, and then you'll have an apprenticeship on the side as well.
I'm tuned into the market and know everyone wants trainees. So the main question is, if I choose Deutsche Bahn now, is it the same there? An official bribe in the form of benefits?
Of course.
So what is there?
We have free rides for the trainees.
That means getting from A to B?
Exactly.
That's already good, I'm in.
We have the driver's license.
That means if I come to you at 18 or 17, I can get my driver's license with you. And you pay for it?
That's how it is.
The driver's license currently costs about 4,000 or 5,000 euros.
Yeah, it is.
Not bad!
You can take it with you, definitely. And the big topic at the end, we have a takeover.
So if I do well as a trainee, I'll get a job with you immediately.
That's how it is.
Link in the video description. I think it's so awesome to be standing here right now and seeing all of this. Back there is the two-way excavator, absolutely the best. I love two-way excavators.
Two-way excavators are cool. Yeah, that's right. Actually, no, we don't just have two. Up to 150 two-way excavators operated along the entire route.
No way!
Yes, really.
I think now when I see all this, it was so run down here that people said, oh, Ludwigslust, we have to redo everything. Why did all of this just happen here now?
Yes, we recently had some renovations.
What are renovation measures?
Renovation measures are maintenance measures.
Oh, okay.
We're the railway. We love abbreviations. And those were all maintenance measures that would have been due in the next few years. During the Hamburg-Berlin renovation, we completed everything in 9 months. To avoid repeated small construction sites over the next few years, let's address everything at once. 249 switches just here in the Lust 2 area. We have 70 tracks that we are rebuilding or have already rebuilt. The track renewal trains have already passed through and finished.
You decided, hey, we'd rather close it for 9 months all at once instead of how long would it have taken if you'd done it bit by bit?
You could say about 4 to 6 times as long. So in total, it would have taken 4 to 6 times as long. If we had done everything we're doing now in these 9 months using conventional renovation methods.
What happens if a super rare species of frog suddenly appears?
Hopefully that won't happen since we've mapped all species along the route, including birds and sand lizards. Yeah, you're laughing, but there's a lot involved in everything we've examined.
Two-way excavator. Sorry, there's nothing better.
This is the coolest excavator. I have a little boy now, and it's a two-way excavator. Can we explain why it's so good? What can it do that other excavators can't?
Yes, the two-way excavator can drive on both roads and rails, as well as move around the construction site.
I can see a scaffold down here and everything around it. Is that so workers can still cross there?
No, you could theoretically walk across anyway, but our contractor Leonard Weiss came up with something really cool. They put up a scaffold here. At first, the plan was actually to pipe everything, put nets at the front and back, and channel the river underneath. But that would have involved a huge amount of effort. And accordingly, we came up with a smarter solution here by simply placing a framework in the river so that the fish can still swim through here. Nothing from the bridge demolition work can fall into the river, and environmental protection is observed here.
Is all of this for the fish so they can keep swimming?
That's all, among other things, for the fish. Previously, with our other option, we caught fish here. In front of and behind the bridge, we caught fish, collected mussels, and mapped them.
Wouldn't it have been easier to just call Captain Iglo and say, come on, make a Ludwigslust edition?
He likely would have liked that. Yeah, well, we really caught quite a few fish here, which of course we relocated also to the other end of the river.
You catch the fish here and move it somewhere it can keep swimming.
That's right. It was basically a journey to the other side.
Since that's complicated, you suggested adding scaffolding on top so fish can swim below?
That's right, exactly. And still, nothing falls in. A fleece layer is also placed on that side to prevent bridge demolition debris from falling into the river.
Wow!
Residents along the route find it exciting to have a major construction site right outside their door. And here behind me in the background, you can see my colleague, Greta. She's currently having an animated conversation with a resident who lives right next to the route here. But what exactly she's doing here at DB, she can best tell you herself. Hi, Greta. I have Aaron here.
Greta, nice to meet you. What's your job here? I heard something about it. Are you keeping the sheep together in the village?
Yes. I'll let the sheep know in advance if it gets loud. So if we build here, if we have a construction site with noise, with dirt, and maybe even work at night sometimes, we do everything to notify residents and the public early, warning them in advance that it will be loud.
That's pretty smart, because if you put a note on the door of the building saying there's a party tonight, it's going to be loud, then the neighbors can't complain right away.
Yes, and I would say there's more understanding that way. I mean, I would feel the same if I know about it in advance, then it's fine. Being woken up at night by loud noises outside is annoying.
And how do you inform people?
I have here my trophies brought with me. So here in Ludwigslust, I actually printed out the resident information for you. We distributed them on the 1st of August.
Information about construction work in Ludwigslust.
Exactly, and everything is listed there again. We also had our large construction site area here, where there used to be parking spaces, and around the pedestrian underpass here. We have relocated them elsewhere during construction. And yes, because there was so much information, we prepared 2 pages and distributed them to the residents.
Will that end up in my mailbox?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Mainly these things here.
Even with a letter?
Yes, this is now for our expansion route Lübeck-Schwerin. So we are here, we handle all the projects in Mecklenburg-Vorpommern.
What happens if I scan the QR code?
You'll be directed to our construction info portal, where you'll see the project overview and data. We posted all information for residents online, including when construction starts, ends, and when it will be noisy. But of course, not everyone can, or not everyone uses the internet. And then it's also important that we can notify people by mail as well.
Have you noticed, since you've been like this, here's a WhatsApp QR code.
Yes!
What happens if I scan that now?
Then you'll get another nice insight into our construction work, into the progress we're making. And yes!
So, you guide people from A to Z because A, when you talk to people, they can't ask many questions because they already know everything.
Something like that.
And there are fewer complaints then.
Yeah, well, that's the best way for everyone, I would say.
I'm pretty full now, but I keep thinking about it. Deutsche Bahn esports, what's that all about?
As a trainee, you have the opportunity to apply for coaching. No, not if you're in training and, for example, enjoy playing League of Legends, Counter-Strike, Global Offensive, or Valorant.
Oh, Valorant! Okay, alright, I'm good. With room for improvement.
That's good. No, then you just need training at the railway. Then you could apply for the coaching. And if you're selected in the selection process, then you'll get, as I said, the coaching I mentioned, a boot camp. And yes, many more.
So that your aim gets better?
So that your aim gets better? Yes.
Really?
Among other things, yes.
Awesome!
That's right. No joke. Deutsche Bahn has teams in Valorant and League of Legends even for non-professionals. They're not saying they definitely want to play in the American Soccer League or elsewhere. But for them, there are also cool benefits at Deutsche Bahn, I'd say. There are organized tournaments. We have a DB Discord group, where as a gamer, you can connect with other like-minded people. You can team up.
So if I'm playing Valorant now, for example, am I playing against people who have the clan tag DB? Is it really possible that they're employees of Deutsche Bahn who have teamed up? Now we go online and Louis 2014 knocks me out again, or at least it feels that way.
That could be. Then you come to our DB Discord, look for the people who knocked you out there, and then you write a nice message first.
Very good, that's how I would do it. My friend, what is the device people talk about these days?
The device is called a stuffing machine. In this case...
I know it from the kiosk. You put tobacco in a tube and stuff it.
Right, I know those too. But here there's a different tamping machine. A tamping machine for tracks. Or in this case, it's a tamping machine for switches. A so-called switch tamping machine.
At some point you just say, there's a rail running here now.
That's right.
So then you deliver it.
That's right.
So at some point the ballast is there, the rail is on top, and then the tamping machine comes. And what does it do?
That's right. The tamping machine, it has these tamping tools at the front. You can see them here. They are then basically inserted into the...
So just very briefly, this one is easily 20 meters long. Yeah.
And that's the important thing.
That's the important thing you're seeing here, right?
And what does it do?
The stuffing tools you have to imagine. Or rather, when the sleepers and rails are laid, they're floating on ballast, so they're usually below the intended track alignment. Or rather, you have a specific track geometry that we as the client specify. A certain height, a certain position where the...
That's why you should study, okay?
First of all, before this great piece is put to use here, there are track renewal trains. Or in conventional reconstruction, rails and sleepers are produced or laid. And after that, the machine comes and compacts the ballast underneath because it's still completely loose under the rails or under the sleepers. And it also lifts the track to bring it into the correct position.
Okay, so if my foot is under there, I'll end up a pirate with a wooden leg, right?
That's right.
That's why we have to say we're only allowed to stand here because everything is blocked off. No trains are coming, nothing can happen here.
That's right. So we're currently in the closed area between Hamburg and Berlin. No trains are running. We're on the construction track under supervision.
If I stood here since May 1, they'd speed by and I'd get in trouble. It's not allowed.
Then you'd probably get a visit from the federal police.
And we don't want that.
Right.
And now this huge thing is driving the whole way and doing...
Right. So this machine here, it's specifically a switch tamping machine. It only tamps the switches now. And then, of course, there are also regular tamping machines, in quotation marks, that you use on the track, which tamp long stretches of rails.
What would happen if this one didn't come along and do its job?
Yes, the track would be misaligned and could cause derailments, especially in the worst case.
Wow.
So, Chris, could you please turn the machine back on?
Yes, thank you. There's one there, and there, but it's starting.
Yes, it's starting.
Very good.
Look here, do you see the tools up front? They're lifting the rail. Here they are. Now the stuffing tools are being inserted. Yes, so always between...
I see another one being lifted now.
Right, exactly. You can see that up here.
But he's already lifting that pretty well.
It's already pretty good with a lot of mass on it. Yeah, and now into what's called the threshold compartment. That's where the chisels go in and they stir up the ballast and compact it.
That all of this is part of it. I thought you just lay down the rail, add cement, and you're done.
I thought I used to, too. Now I've been proven wrong. Hey, Aaron, I had a really great day with you today. I had a lot of fun. I hope you feel the same way. I hope I gave you some insight into the careers and jobs at Deutsche Bahn and show you a bit of what we do.
Not just a little insight, but also a very, very big one. I think it's incredible what you have to consider before anything even gets started. Then how big it is when it starts, how many people are running around here. And I learned, you really need a lot of employees and you're often looking for more, my dears. And if you feel like it now, you'll find the link to all training professions and gaming offers in the video description. Comment on the video with two-way excavator. That's the highlight. I hope you learned as much as I did. If so, give the video a thumbs up. We'll see each other next time. See you then.
Bye.
Yeah, I really like that. Oh, here's another forklift.
They tossed it in the junk, so I sold it. Yeah? It's going to Poland, right?
Is it still working?
Yeah.
But look, you still have room.
It's so tight here now, you can't even drive a car anymore. Did you used to?